Okay, so this is the Cell Communication Lab Part 2 video. So when you eat, okay, your complex carbs you've learned in the biochem unit get broken down into its building blocks, which are the simple sugars, glucose. So picture this as your bloodstream. And glucose molecules, that one ring we've been drawing, is circulating your bloodstream. You do not want glucose to stay in your blood. Okay, your blood glucose, you don't want that to be high. Why? We want our glucose to come along and then enter our cells. Go in through the openings, the cell receptors, all right? And we want them to go to the mitochondria. You learn this. Why? The mitochondria is our powerhouse. We want the sugar to go in here and get converted to ATP. That process was cellular respiration. You learned about that. Okay, in order for the glucose molecules to enter, something has to happen. You just read about it in the lab. You release a chemical signal molecule, a hormone called insulin. All right, so in order for glucose to enter the cell, insulin has to open the receptors. Let me repeat that. In order for glucose that's going along in your bloodstream after you eat every meal, insulin has to be released from the pancreas and open these receptors. All right, so they talk about the green model, the signal-producing cell being your insulin hormone. Okay, so what color bead can actually open? I'll do it again. The red beads, right? The red beads can go in and open, and now the glucose that's passing your bloodstream can now go in and enter. We will talk about diabetes quite a bit this year. Some of your classmates have diabetes. Type 1 diabetes means the person does not make insulin. They don't have those little red beads to open their cell receptors. So it can be very dangerous because their blood sugar could end up, the glucose could end up staying in their blood. And there are side effects you will learn about when the glucose stays in the bloodstream. We want insulin to open it up, so after a meal that glucose enters. Type 1 diabetics have to take insulin.